Welcome to Hamiti Hebrew Ethics. We want to discuss the issue of life. Are you really made of clay? Who is the you? Which clay? What is clay? What are you made of really? Where did this verse, Genesis 2:7, which says, "And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul," where did it come from? What do scientists teach? Welcome to Marifado. This preacher by Elem Dumizulu. The title is, "Are you made of clay? Are you of clay?" Let us consider this idea which was planted into our heads by religions and look at it from a number of angles for our spiritual growth and understanding of life. Scientists tell us that in anthropism, which is a human-centric anthropomorphic conceptualization ideology tending to be of historical and religio mythology or in origin, that oftentimes tends to be illusionary and or constructed on false pretexts, and thereby subsequently disappear from the scene when physics and chemistry have entered on the description. This Charles Sherrington, 1938, is quoted on this website. Very interesting website. So they are dismissing our explanation on the origin of man or humanity created from the clay. We want to set up a number of principles here so that we can be able to proceed to look at it. First, this is the ethics class as given by scientists and the analysis by soil chemists and a lot of other bodies of science. And this is also the human body. You look at this, you can see oxygen here, although the percentages vary and they differ, and there's more oxygen in the human body than in the soil. And all these are the mineral elements that are found in the soil, including aluminium, iron, calcium, magnesium, anything you name, and all of them are here. The same thing in humanity. There is a lot of these elements here in the body. That's why our ancestors say the composition of the human body is earthy, is clay. So why do scientists postpone on our ancestral explanation that we were made of clay? Scientists, they fall into the ditch of materialism. They say that in religion, so the old English soul, spiritual and emotional part of a person, animate existence, life, a living being, from the Gothic Saiwala, is a postulate, albeit an antiquated one. They are saying it can be thrown away, it's useless, they don't want it. That there exists an indestructible corporeal essence, they even dismiss again the soul and throw it away. And they go on to say, in certain animate things such as human beings, this soul transcends earthly existence, acting or representing the moral nature or essence of the individual in judgment. They throw all that away. A person who theorizes about the soul is a soul theorist. I don't theorize about the soul, I am a soul. Where did these ideas come from? That's the biggest question. The desire by such scientists is to denigrate and cut away the origins of these ideas. But listen to this one. These ideas did not come from the Bible, the Torah, or the Quran. So where did they come from? The Bible and the Quran, the Torah copied these ideas from an old source. We prove it by showing you the verse that tells us that. And Moses was educated in all the wisdom of the Egyptians, and he was powerful in all his words and works. Acts 7 verse 22. So if you think the Bible was inspired, the Torah was inspired, the Torah came from Moses, came from heaven, was given by the divinity or by someone powerful, I am going to show you the divinities that gave Moses these teachings. Moses learned this from ancient Kemet, ancient Africa. Our ancestors had all this knowledge, and they all taught that humans were created from the earth just like this. That is the clay, that is the soil, that is the earth. Lapo muntu wavela kona. Ancient Africans went further and they taught about the actual divinity that brought forth life and the law of procreation or creation of humanity and humans. His Khnum and there is the partner, masculine and feminine energies, producing a small person called Kamunu. We'll show you something here. In Africa, there are carvings that tell us that Khnum plants the seed of life in every mother's womb, same as the plant, same as the tree, the seeds, and it grows out of the seeds, needs water, air, oxygen, mineral elements to produce fruits. And there, the fruits are being born and given birth on the birthing stool. So the creator sent in Msikabanu, Musiki, created Msikabanu and allowed Msikabanu to cause the realm of humanity to be filled by human beings. That's so clear and so straightforward. Anthropocentric, man is the preordained center and the aim of all terrestrial existence and of the whole universe. Yes. Anthropomorphic, man is made in God's image, the paradoxical gaseous vertebrate. Yes, but not the creator Msik, no, but that one, Skaban, or the divinities. Anthropolactric, man has personal immortality and or moral restitution. So karma, yes. So anthropism, we believe all three and even more. That's what we teach. That's why we are here. So we want to describe Khnum and show you that Khnum is Kamunu. So they reversed that. Muka, you can see the word Muka here. Oh Muka, wake up. All those are here. Can be found. Can be found in this word Khnum. The Egyptologists say Khnum, but we shall continue to call him Kamunu or Kimuntu. There it is. Created that, and the human formula from the earth, molecular formula, straightforward, no doubt. Thermodynamics support that. The synthesis of all this and the control and the power of the sun. Yes, scientists, this is what we believe. This is what we know. This is what we have proved. Are you of clay? Yes, the flesh is of clay. Khnum teaches us another principle here, which defines now when the soul enters into the flesh, bones, and blood. This from the great hymn of Khnum. He makes women give birth when the womb is ready. So our ancestors knew that there are certain ages where a woman can reproduce so as to open as he wishes. He saw this suffering by his will. We know pregnancy is not an easy thing for many women. He relieves the throat, lets everyone breathe. It means something here. It's life and breath of life, and then to give life to the young in the womb. There it is, referred Khnum and his consort Munuyetu, male and female, producing Kamunu, life. The mother continues with the process, the father plants the seeds, and that's straightforward, and fusion occurs just like a tree that we showed earlier. Clearly, our ancestors recognized the material part, and science has analyzed this material part and come up with a human molecular formula. So we cannot say when we have that human molecular formula, we throw away everything and say the scientists are right and our ancestors are wrong. It's not like that. Our ancestors were spot on 100%. Science developed from our ancestors. Yet some scientists retain the inorganic elements and then scoff at the Khnum explanation. This is the whole answer to these scientists. Our ancestors knew that there were elements. Although they say 4 elements: Kwepsemif, fire; Dwamtefa, earth; Haapki, water; and Imset, air. And scientists came and analyzed the material, forgot all about the soul, which we know as the ether. Dr. Sebi to the rescue on this issue of the carbon and the melanin as well as human life. And the principles that he teaches here, the emphasis shall be ours, and we shall emphasize a number of factors that we want to highlight. In fact, the earth's crust contains most of the mineral nutrients our body needs, and the chemical composition of a rock such as granite is strikingly similar to the composition of the human body. However, the minerals in granite usually are not in a form easily assimilated and dissolved in the body. This Dr. Sebi, from one of the sites that supports Dr. Sebi. So if you grind up a chunk of granite in hopes of getting your daily mineral supplement, you will probably end up either clogging your intestines or ripping the lining of your digestive tract. Why? Because it's inorganic and you are organic, but there is a process of transference of that benefits the life and the you, and this is the same process that was used to create us. Now this is our scientific understanding and explanation. So instead of eating chunks of rock or granite for our mineral nutrients, we rely on geologic processes such as weathering to chemically break down rocks into other natural materials such as soil that contain minerals more easily dissolved by the acid around the roots of plants. The dissolved mineral elements are then incorporated into the plant and stored for our consumption or by some other animals that we may later eat. The process is called iontophoresis. Iontophoresis. The earth elements were used to create the soul vessel or the ancestor vessels by Kamunu, so-called Khnum principles, and then that law passed on to the next generation up to you and me today. But the principal name of the reproductive process of human beings and perhaps all other elements through Msikabanu is the Kamunu principle, so-called Khnum. There is the source of that mythology. The mythological story of the creation of man, recorded in the book of Genesis, was stolen from the original ancient Hamitic story of the creator Neta Khnum, who formed man and his car on his potter's wheel. These are all symbolic of that process. The potter's wheel represents the dynamics of the process. It's not a static process. There is energy produced there, and the chasm was crossed, and all this is what created us. The story dates back to about 5000 BCE. As you can see, this ancient Egyptian myth goes back many thousands of years before there was ever a Bible, a Torah, or the Quran, or any other creation story. All creation stories come from ancient African Nile Valley region. This relief is carved in stone and can be found today in the temple of Hatshepsut in Luxor, Kemet. Bantu folks who now try to live their life as Jews, Christians, and Muslims confess to have found the truth. They are rushing after a copycat stolen from African ancient teachings, and they are missing a very vital lesson. If you don't have the original, you cannot be original. If you don't believe in the original, you cannot believe in the original. That's the story, and that's the truth. So Ausarije, who is an ancestor, promised a later life even to lowly peasants if they proved worthy, and dead souls will be judged and rewarded. Some may be destroyed, and the soul who pass the test will proceed into the afterlife. Your body is earthy. Feed and care for it for the sake of your soul. To learn more, send your email to join@marifado.com. This picture by LM Dumizulu saying you are made of clay, a vehicle for you to experience the earth. Learn Mahati, learn Ubuntu, live that way. Remove yourself from copycats, whether scientists, Christians, Muslims, or Jews. Be a Muntu and follow Ubuntu principles. Till we meet again, subscribe to our channel. Dupe Siabonga Tatenda Henkos.